Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I'm reading Key 27, Energy Stream, Recalibrate, Interface, Divine Communion by Jason Gray. Current date 4/10/2026, 6026 Analucis. Transmission date 6/3/2025, 6025 Analucis. Current time 7:14 GMT -6. Transmission time 19:08 GMT -6. Transmission location #Winnipeg, #Manitoba, #Canada. 27.infinity.027.606.111.27.infinity 111-000-111-000-111-000-111. There comes a point in the sequence where effort becomes obsolete, not because movement stops, not because action disappears, but because the mechanism that once required force is replaced by alignment. For most of your life, you believed energy was something you had to manage, protect it, increase it, conserve it, recover it. You spoke about being drained, being exhausted, being energized. This is something that I do actually. If I don't sleep well, I get up in the morning and I say to myself, I have all the energy I need to do everything I need to do today. I have a feeling he's about to say here that that's not necessary. Here we go. As if energy was a finite resource stored inside you. This was the illusion of containment. Energy is not something you possess. It is something you interface with, and more precisely, it is something that is already moving. You are not the source of the current. You are the point where the current becomes experience. The problem was never a lack of energy. The problem was misalignment with the stream that never stopped. There is a movement running through everything, before thought, before identity, before decision, before effort. A continuous, silent, exacting current. It does not fluctuate the way your mood fluctuates. It does not weaken the way your body weakens. It does not hesitate the way your mind hesitates. It is constant, but your interface with it has not been. Conditioning distorted it. Fear interrupted it. Identity fragmented it. Reaction rerouted it. Belief filtered it. You are not disconnected from energy. You are operating through interface, the line. Energy, stream, recalibrate, interface, divine communion. This is not activation. This is correction. Recalibration does not give you something new. It removes what was distorting what was always present. Divine communion redefined. This is where most systems collapse into misunderstanding. They turned communion into ritual, into hierarchy, into distance, into dependency, but communion was never about reaching something outside yourself. Communion is direct interface, no mediator, no translation layer, no permission system. Field meeting itself through you. The moment you become coherent enough, you do not connect to the current. You realize you never left it. The end of force. Force is the signature of misalignment. When you are out of sync with the current, everything requires effort. Decisions feel heavy, movement feels resisted, action feels draining, time feels compressed. Life feels like friction, so you push, you compensate, you override your own system. This is how burnout is created, not from doing too much, but from being out of alignment with the stream. What recalibration feels like. It is subtle at first. You begin to notice, you move without pushing, you decide without looping, you act without resistance. There is less internal dialogue, less hesitation, less second guessing, not because you became perfect, but because the signal became clean. Clean signal equals clean movement. When distortion drops, the current becomes readable. You stop asking, what should I do? Because the movement is already happening. You begin to follow it, not blindly, not passively, but in cooperation. Will does not disappear, it synchronizes. Before, will tried to impose direction into reality. Now, will aligns with the direction already unfolding. This is the difference between forcing movement and becoming part of movement. The body recognizes the shift. Your system knows immediately. Breath deepens without instruction. Muscles release without effort. Your posture stabilizes. Your presence expands. The nervous system stops preparing for resistance because resistance is no longer being generated internally. The field responds. Reality begins to feel different, not easier, more fluid. Interactions shift. Timing improves. Synchronicity increases because you are no longer moving against the structure of the field. You are moving with it. The false current. There is a counterfeit stream. You know it well. It feels like urgency, pressure, comparison, scarcity, anxiety disguised as motivation. It moves fast, but not clean. It demands reaction, not alignment. Most of humanity operates inside this false current, thinking it is life. It is not. It is distortion flow. Key 27 separates the streams. You begin to feel with precision what is real movement and what is reactive noise. You stop entering false momentum. You stop chasing what is not aligned. You stop feeding what drains the current. This is not discipline. This is clarity. The reclamation of flow. Once interference is removed, you do not gain energy. You regain access. Access to what never stopped moving. And once that access stabilizes, everything changes. You no longer need to manage yourself constantly. You no longer need to manufacture motivation. You no longer need to push through resistance you created unconsciously. You begin to live differently, not dramatically, but accurately. Your actions match the current. Your words match the current. Your presence carries the current. This is communion, not prayer, not ritual, alignment, direct, unbroken, continuous, the final inversion. You thought that you needed more energy to live fully. Now you see that you needed to stop interfering with the energy already moving. The final realization. You are not generating life. You are participating in its flow. The final line. Your energy field aligns with the holy current. Energy stream, recalibrate, interface, divine communion. The current was never missing, only your alignment with it. Jason Gray. Okay, I will put the link to where you can find this post as well as Jason's Facebook page in the description below. Thank you, and I will see you next time.